morning, YouTube friends and everyone. This is Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How's everyone doing today? I've been having some crafty fun, and I finished up this little pumpkin soup journal. It's a traveler's notebook, and this is the one that I worked on with the live with Maria last Saturday morning, where we created a journal in 1 hour. So what we did in the hour was make the cover and the pages. So since then, I've finished it up, and I think it's really cute. So I made used this little orange seam binding for a tie closure, and then it just looks like this on the cover. It's the cover, in case you didn't see that video or my what I'm working on video. It's the cover from a children's book, and I just thought it was so cute. This is the second one I've made from this book. So I just had seen the book again a second time. I got it because I think it just makes a cute cover for a traveler's notebook. So it looks like this when you open it up, so you can see the whole cover. And it has these little creatures throughout the story, which I think is cute. I've rounded the corners slightly just to take that little pointy edge off, and I've distressed the edges. It's bound with a black wax cord. So we'll just get started with the flip through. It's the standard traveler's notebook size, 4 1/4 by 8 1/4. So as you open up, I've got a little tuck spot here made with scrapbook paper and a large tag. And what I did after I made the journal, I had some scraps, and I tried to use as many of the scraps as I could and make things for this journal. So the scrapbook paper was so pretty, and it was one of the scraps. So I wanted to make something large to go in this, long, narrow tuck spot here. So I made a tag, and it's backed with file folder or cardstock. And I've got some pretty little ribbons here to decorate. So that is I've just got that right there. So you can journal on the back of that and write on that. It's got a lot of space, so that's kind of nice to have those big tags for that. Or it could even be a writing board if you felt you needed one. So the pages, I try to use all the pages from the book, and I did one way or the other. Most of them are in here, but I did cut one up that I didn't use and use little creatures throughout, and you'll see that as we go through. But like here was the first page in the book. And here I have a little collage. I had some desk ephemera sitting here, and that's what I got that term from Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah. She said that, and I just thought it was so appropriate. You just have these little things like I do, and everybody probably does. You have these little things sitting on your desk that you don't necessarily want to put away, and maybe you just you leave them there because you want to use them. And so I have had these here for, I don't know, probably 3 weeks or so. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to use them now. Somehow I'm going to use them in this journal. So I put them right there, 3 little pieces. And so it's just a cute little person here from another children's book. So I wanted to use him. This is some pretty scrapbook paper. All the scrapbook paper I put in here is coffee dyed on the back. So coffee dyed here and pretty scrapbook paper here. And then here I've got a paper clipped on. One of the bank envelopes that I made. That was a challenge by a dear Julie to make some bank envelopes or envelopes. And so this is one of the ones I made for that challenge. Decorated it. Got some buttons and some little pearls. Little collage down here. And you can see the back. And I used another piece of the cutoff from this journal. Like I said, I was using the scraps, and just made this little kind of, pretty scrap. It's a cutoff, but it's pretty. I rounded all the corners here along the edges. And then so you can use this for one big long writing spot. You can cut it apart if you want on the lines, or use it however you wish. I just thought it was so pretty, and I wanted to try to use, as much as I could in here for someone to, to have fun with. So I just have that paper clipped right onto this page. Before I put it back on, let me show you, I did use some seam binding throughout, or bias tape, whatever it's called, and use it as trim. And I just put it on the edge. The orange, you know, went with the colors, and I just thought it was so pretty on the edges of some of the pages. So you'll see that throughout. And that's just a pretty paper clip there. So you saw that, and then here's some scrapbook paper and a page from the book here. Here I've got a flip up, flip down, another little collage right here with some creatures that I cut out from, you know, that page that was left. That's a creature from the book right there, or from that page. And this is a flip up, flip down. And I've got a little button closure to hold it closed right here, right there. So then scrapbook paper, page from the book. Here I've got a little tuck spot with a flip up, and a little collage-y type thing here with creatures from the book, this book. And then here I have a little card that I've been making these cards out of book pages, and I'm calling them cards because I have them set up to be able to, for you to be able to write on the inside. So I put little strips of paper here, that's coffee dyed paper that you can write on, and then just decorated the outside so like it has a front and a back. So this is what it looks like on the front. This is what it looks like on the back. This is washi tape here. And then this is a napkin, cute little duck napkin that I decorated the front with. That's what you can see the book page. And this is where I ripped it out of the book, and I just left it because I thought it was cool, you know, kind of a grunge look there, but just kind of a neat little fun, different type of writing or journaling spot. And then this is just a little index card that is got a little pumpkin there, and it, you know, just goes with the theme of the book. And some pretty ribbon on here that I used to decorate. And that's a yellow index card. Just have him tucked in there. So then you can also write in here. So lots of writing room in here. This is some coffee dyed lined paper. And this scrapbook paper. Page from the book. More scrapbook paper. This is some more of that trim that I put here on this page. The orange trim. And then just pages and coffee dyed paper from the book. You can see it has cute little creatures throughout this book. Squirrels and kittens and things like that. So there's a lot of pages in here. I think there's 40 pages or 80 fronts and backs. At least. There might be a few more. This is some of that pretty scrapbook paper. And this is a fold out. And then more pages from the book, and we're at the middle where I have 2 pockets and a few goodies in here. I've got an decorated index card. So this side is decorated, and then I left the lines on the back that can be written on. And just a really pretty little, this was for another challenge, index card challenge, obviously, but it came out really cute, and it's kind of, it's not necessarily Halloween or fall or anything, but it does have some colors that match this journal, so I went ahead and put it in here. There's a couple more things in here that I missed. So that is tucked in there. This is one of the scraps from the, you know, when I was making this book that I used to make a tag, and it's backed with cardstock and some pretty little strings there, black and gold. And let me get him in here. And then this is was a piece from the cover that I just made into a journaling card. I just, you know, this part of the cover was left. I didn't want to, you know, throw him away or anything. He was so cute. So just rounded the corners, and now he's a journaling card. And then here's a couple more pieces from the cover too. I showed these in my other video, and what I did was just go ahead and round the corners, and then so they can be whatever you want them to be. They can be journalings, cards, like little mini journaling cards, or you can use them to decorate somehow in the journal and glue them in somewhere. But this is a little pumpkin, and these are those little bugs that I showed you earlier, a little like a grasshopper and a ladybug. So those are just super cute, and they're tucked in there. And then this is a tag that also made from the scraps. And what I did was, which I want to do some more, which, you know, I'm sure I've done it before, but just that I had several different colored scraps from the same paper pad. And so they all kind of coordinated. And so I glued them down, all like 3 of them down on one, you know, kind of like a collage on one file folder. Then I cut it up and made tags. So like this one I made into a journaling card. And you can just see the edge of the other piece here. But I thought, you know, even though it's just a little piece there, it just looks so cool to me anyway. So the back is blank. You've got the collaged scrapbook paper and this pretty burlap bow that I just had in my stash. And, you know, in the interest of keeping with the challenge, another challenge I'm in, the September Stashbuster Junk Journal challenge by Dear Julie. I was like, you know, I need to just use this. And it was the last one I had, but I was like, you know, kind of when something's your last thing, you don't want to use it. You kind of just hold on to it forever. And I was like, you know what? I just got to use this. You know, I just got to use this. I got to use this. And, you know, that's how it is. That's why you have it to use. So put it right there. And then this is another piece from that collaged scrapbook paper that I did. And it has this little edge on it. I just thought it was so pretty. Just, I don't know. To me, it just looks really pretty. And then some little strings I put on here. So those are tucked in there. And then, so that was the 2 pockets in the middle. Got a little scrap right there. Let me get that. So yeah, I've been working on this for the last couple of days. Here's a fold out. It was so fun. I just wanted to go ahead and do a little flip through here before I go to work today. So just sharing this with you. But some more pages from the book here. And then we have, see how cute they are and so pretty with the colors. I love the colors in here. Scrapbook paper. And so you can do anything you want in here, right? Insert your pictures and, you know, your mementos. Here I've got a little, it's a fold down. You can write in here. And then I've decorated with some pieces from the book, a little collage there. And then this is a bookmark. Whenever I find a bookmark in my thrifting or, you know, anywhere, I just put it into my stash and I save it for my books. So I stuck one, since this is long and narrow, it was a perfect journal to use one of the bookmarks. So I put one right there. And some more pretty scrapbook paper, lined coffee. So we're in the back, you know, half of the journal, you know, the other side of the pages. Here's a tuck spot made with one of the pages from the book. And in here I've got a a little tag that, let's see, why isn't it coming out? There we go. A little tag that I made from book pages, decorated it, and zigzag stitched around the edges. And here's the back, and I put some coffee dyed lined paper on here so that it can be written on. And some pretty baker's twine that's tucked in there. And then here I have this was also a desk ephemera. So I said, how can I use this? I've got to get this off my desk. And I put it right here. This is from vintage, this was vintage bias tape that I had bought at a thrift store. And I had this, I just thought this was really pretty. I was thinking I should save it for a sewing journal, but then I was like, when am I going to get around to that? You know, let me just use it in here. And so I decided to put it right here as kind of a fold out. So I added 2 buttons right here, and then it just flips over like this. So you can do something in here. And I did that because I didn't want to cover up, you know, I thought about making it into a pocket, but I didn't want to cover this back up. I thought this was so cool right here. This is Coates & Clark, and it has this little, you know, information here about the product. But this is old and vintage, so I just thought, you know, it just looks so neat. So I didn't cover that up. You know, I, of course, didn't want to cover the front up. And the other part that I did glue down was plain. So I just thought that was really pretty and just, you know, something you can do with a little thing sitting around on your desk. Just, you know, do something with them and figure out what to do with them and use them up, you know. One way of cleaning up your craft room there. So here I have a little booklet clipped on here with an owl clip. And it's plaid cover. And it was a cardstock piece that was a scrap that I just cut into this size to make a little booklet. And here I've got some plain kind of manila colored writing paper that is sewn in with my sewing machine. And so I just have that clipped right there. And with this owl clip, never easy to get things back together on camera, right? So, and this is we're at the back here, where I did go ahead and put a little pocket here. The other day I didn't have this pocket when I showed it in my what I'm working on video. And so I just had this page covered, or this back cover covered with this pretty scrapbook paper. And then I had another cutoff that was actually when I think I went in and did the collage. Yeah, that's what it was. Here it is, the two pieces. When I did that collage, I had this piece left, and I thought, well, that would make the perfect size for a little pocket here in the back. And so I put it here, and you can see the two pieces of scrapbook paper there that I collaged together. And then I had a little creature left from that page from the book that I put right here. It's a little kitty cat and a squirrel there. And I guess they're friends, so they're sitting there with a blanket. He's got a blanket, and he's got, looks like a little lantern. So I thought that was cute. And then some more things made from the cutoffs. I have a journaling card here. And I just think this scrapbook paper is so pretty. And so it goes with this journal so well. And it's, you know, it's fall color, so I don't know, just really cool. And so here's the little, so you can see a little collage piece on here where I cut up that collage file folder and some pretty strings. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun from making this journal from start to finish, and she's pretty chunky. After I got all the stuff in here, it wasn't that chunky before. You know, you put in the things and it closes nice and flat, and you know, you think you're good to go, and then you put all your stuff in, and you can see how chunky it got. But it's super cool. I love it like that. And just, you can see all the prettiness here and see what it looks like from the top and the bottom. Just really neat. I guess this is my favorite view from the side right here. I like to see this when I take my pictures and stuff. So I just think that's so pretty, all the different papers. So anyway, I'll let you go and quit admiring my handiwork here. But I hope everybody has a great day. I'm going to go get ready for work. And everybody just take care, and I'll see you next time. Happy crafting.